Thor ran his fingers through his hair and sighed in frustration. He didn't like it when Pia was angry with him. He had to repair this damage before his wife did some irreparable harm to an important appendage of his. No doubt it would be the most heinous of deeds. "I assure you I already do." "Good. Don't bother touching me until you make sure the Earl of Devon understands you are not signing a betrothal contract. I don't want anything to do with a man who plans on forcing his son to marry someone he doesn't love. I love you, Thor, but I have to do what I think is best for our children." "Pia, wait! Stop!" Pia spun on her heels, ignoring him, as she stormed out of the room. A few strands of her pale blonde hair had come loose and floated around her neck as she breezed out. Her feet stomped hard on the ground, echoing through his study in rhythm with the pounding in his head. "Bloody hell! What a mess!" Thor stood up and walked out of his study. It looked like he would need to pay a call on the Earl of Devon. He had to clear up this mess if he ever wanted to bed his wife again. Liliana breezed into the room, smugness oozing out of her. She couldn't wait to tease her brother with a bit of the information she just stumbled into. "You are not going to believe what I just heard our parents arguing about." Liam looked up from the chessboard, pale blonde hair framing his face. "I don't really care. I'm trying to concentrate." "On what?" Lily asked. "Beating his grace here in a game of chess." "Don't let him fool you. He doesn't stand a chance. He has yet to beat me." Noah St. John, the Duke of Huntley and Liam's best friend, laughed as he watched him study the board. "You should care. It was all about you, after all." Liam stopped staring at the chessboard and looked up at Lily. "I didn't do anything at school, I swear." "Got a bit of a guilty conscience, do you?" Lily couldn't help asking him, as a feeling of mischief rooted through her. Noah's brown eyes widened with horror. "You don't think they heard about the incident, do you?" "Of course not. No one knows it was us. They wouldn't have had time to send any notice to my parents." Liam paused and tilted his head in consideration. "Of course, anything is possible. At least you don't have parents they would send any notice to. Your guardian can barely be bothered to check up on you." "I wouldn't call that luck." Noah's face lost all color at the mention of his parents, his mouth forming a straight, grim line. They died the year before in a horrific carriage accident, leaving him alone in the world. He had no family to speak of and a solicitor for a guardian. Once he reached majority, he would take over control of his lands and title, but for the moment he needed someone to do it for him. It was the reason he came home with Liam from Eton on every break since his parents died. "You shouldn't pick on your friend, Liam." Lily didn't have any friends of her own, and sometimes found herself a bit jealous of Liam's relationship with Noah. She didn't have the luxury of going away to school, and many of the girls her age didn't like her. She longed for the day she would have a friend who understood her. Of course, she was also realistic and didn't expect it to happen. "I have to ask," Lily's curious nature took over. "What did you two do?" "Nothing," both boys chimed in at once. "I don't believe you." "We can't tell you." Noah nodded his head in agreement. "It would break the oath we took." Lily stared at the boys, studying each of their faces. Both of them had carefully schooled features, not an ounce of emotion showing, equally determined not to reveal their secret.